Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Jinzo bringing guys a brand new video here today, and today actually was this video is inspired by a comment that I got in my last video that I actually just uploaded a few hours ago. So if you guys didn't see that, go check that one out. It's why I hadn't uploaded in a month. As you guys can tell, we're back on the grind. Gonna be trying to do this more consistently and as consistently as possible. But anyway, so the first comment on that video was actually, what do you think of sniping in Cold War? So we're gonna get into that right now. I'm also not level 1. I don't know why it is saying that I'm level 1 when in-game it tells me that I'm level 52, I think. So Cold War sniping. So as you guys know, or maybe don't know, oh, Jeff just uploaded. I just got the notification on my phone and computer. Nice. So as you guys know or may not know, sniping in Cold War, in the alpha, they gave us the best sniping that we could possibly have. They gave us perfect damage, they gave us super, super nice ADS speeds, and overall, we knew that that's not how it was going to stay, because they just overtuned basically the entire game, just to basically see where everything stands. Which is why you guys probably know that, I think it was the 74U in both the alpha and beta that were like super, super OP. Basically, the 74U is just what I use to sweat. When I want to like try hard, then I just use the 74U. So they gave us everything super, super overtuned, just to basically see where everything stands and what needs to be tweaked and where they should touch it. Basically, should, you know, like, should a fire rate be affected? Should ADS speeds be affected? So they gave us the overtuned snipers in the alpha, and then in the beta, they kind of tuned them down a little bit. They made the Tundra quite a bit slower, and then they made the Pellington quite a bit weaker. So they told us this, that they made snipers this certain way for a certain reason, which the same thing was just the reason why they released betas, which is to test everything out, make sure that the game is running smoothly, make sure it's as balanced as possible. The beta sniping was good. We were all kind of like, okay, if they kept it like this, we can deal with that. So then here comes the full game's release. They basically gave us fucking pea shooters that ADS incredibly slow. And then on top of that, they gave us another nerf to the snipers. That's what they did. They didn't give us a buff. They didn't give us, like, you know, the Pellington, you know, even a slight damage buff. They didn't really do us any favors. If anything, they just kicked us in the teeth yet again. ADS speed on the Tundra is incredibly slow, and it wouldn't even be that bad if the guns didn't take a year and a half to level up, because you get a lot of the good attachments at the higher weapon levels, which is cool. I like that, but it's like they made the weapon leveling system so incredibly difficult in this game. On top of the fact that you basically get like no XP for doing anything. It's currently double XP, and I feel like this should just be regular progression. And then not to mention that they basically nerfed quickscoping. Which, you know, I can understand that, like, there's never going to be sniping like Modern Warfare 2 sniping. Basically, you have to be in the scope for ace. You have to make sure that your scope comes all the way up to you. Wow, I'm actually popping off with these nice, quick little shots. If we come over here, actually, I'll do this demonstration that I should have done in a video when the game actually first came out. So, if you're no-scoping, see where my dot is, in the middle of this fence post here. The bullet went over here. So, if I do it again, right here, now the bullet goes up there. So if I scope in all the way, the bullet goes exactly where I'm aiming. So if I just pop shot, the bullet ends up down there. If I pop shot again, bullet ends up down there. So they nerfed quickscoping. You have to have your gun fully set into your character's eye for your shot to even go remotely straight. I also just realized I probably look like a fucking idiot to the guy that just killed me because I'm just sitting there shooting at a fence. And then on top of that, if you shoot somebody in like, fuck dude, with this Pellington, if you shoot them in like the waist, bro, it literally does like 30 damage. Like, that should not happen. I guess like the fair play here though is that the Tundra is super strong, super consistent, also super slow. Then the Barrett, let's not talk about the Barrett. I don't even have the Barrett unlocked yet, and I don't fucking want it. I don't want it. They did that gun so dirty with this game. Basically, moral of the story here is sniping in this game, it's fun, it's rewarding, but they didn't do us any favors. I will guarantee you within the next probably 2 Call of Duty games that come out, snipers won't even be in the game. Like Modern Warfare, it had the marksman rifles and then it had the actual sniper rifles. So to combat that, they basically had the sniper rifles super fucking slow, but really, really consistent. The marksman rifles that were pea shooters, but they were super fast. So if you got super consistent with the marksman rifles, you basically just get a lot of hit markers. If you run around with the HDR, you're gonna get consistent kills, but you're not gonna get an opportunity to get a lot of kills because you're gonna be booty blasted absolutely immediately because you take forever for your gun to come up. Like, this is literally how slow It really is. Whereas like the Kar 98, the MK2, it's like ping, 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 ping. They had 2 separate classes for the different snipers. I understand that. I see where they were going with that. Black Ops 1 had the most nerfed sniping in the world. Wow, that was actually such an opportunity. I actually spawned behind them, and I had a very, very good opportunity to just fucking bang something out on them. Sad. But as I was saying, if you guys remember Black Ops 1 sniping, if you guys have ever played it, you know, when the game first came out, or actually, I think there's a few videos on YouTube you can look up, like, little clips of it. So Black Ops 1 sniping, pre-patch, because they ended up actually fixing it, as you guys know, because there was a lot of montages and shit made on BO1. When you scoped in, you would just naturally scope in. Naturally just, you know, it would just come right in nice and smooth, but once you got into the scope for like a full second, it would just swing around. Like when you pulled it up, it would just like go crazy. So you couldn't pop shot, because essentially, when you first bring up your gun, it's essentially like no scoping. Like if you're pop shotting, you can get like super consistent with it. Like if you just time it right, it looks good and it's doable. But Black Ops 1 sniping, that was not doable. Like there was no way to combat that. There was no way to, you know, there was no other way than just to scope in and stay in your scope for a full second. Maybe it wasn't a full second, but it was actually insane. Maybe if I actually remember to, or feel ballsy enough to use somebody else's content in my video, maybe I'll use the clip and I'll post it up in this video just to show you guys like the wicked sway it had. So I mean, overall, sniping in this game, I still find it fun. I just find it more, I think it's fun just because it's rewarding when you actually get kills, just because it is difficult. And let's not even get me started on when the pro players actually did get them nerfed a second time. Crim6 and Sensor, I think, were the ones that were like, hey, you know, sniping is super OP, we should do something about it. But in Sensor's defense, he was actually just saying in competitive setting, basically, they should have basically 2 separate things. They should have sniping in multiplayer and then sniping in competitive, where the snipers do a little bit less damage, or they scope in a little bit slower or whatever. And then Crim6 was literally just spewing shit out of his ass and just saying anything and everything to make a valid argument, which it wasn't valid because he was still fucking wrong. You know, they nerf snipers again. There's not much I can do about that. And like I said, it's totally cool. It's cool if they keep nerfing snipers. I personally don't care. Because if they nerf them that bad, I just, like, people just won't use them, I guess. But, like, they have to nerf them pretty fucking bad, because people like Scope, Arkin, and, like, Depthy, people like that, they are all still going to, you know, just get incredibly good at it. Because they're gonna know that, like, snipers, we just adapt to anything. They could fucking throw dog shit at us, and I'm pretty sure they'd still figure out how to use it. I do still like this game, actually, a lot more than I thought I was going to. Obviously, if you guys heard me talk about it after, like, the beta. Yeah, the skill-based matchmaking still extremely strong in this game. That's basically my standpoint on the whole sniping thing in Black Ops Cold War, you know. Like I've said probably 4 times already, it's fun, it's rewarding. I just wish it wasn't like this, to be quite honest. What are you gonna do? There's not much we can really do about it at this point. You know, the game is how the game is, that's how they're gonna keep it, and that's exactly just what we're gonna have to deal with for the rest of this year, I guess, unless for some reason they have a change of heart and actually want to have us enjoy the game. But like I said as well, I do like this game. I think it's a lot of fun, so I'm just going to ride it out. But anyway, I think that's pretty much going to do it for today's video, so if you guys did happen to enjoy, feel free to leave a like on it. Always helps out the channel. Let me know your thoughts on the Cold War sniping, balancing, anything that you guys want to in the comments down below. Just let me know your thoughts overall on the entire game. And, yeah. It has been your boy Jinzel. I will see you beautiful people in the next video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, everybody.